Okay, so in the CRM for Google Keep, HOA, unfortunately, the whole Hangout didn't get recorded. Some parts of the screen sharing were omitted. So specifically, people asked about the bookmarking part. So I'm going to do a quick bookmarking demo here to show you what I meant. And I guess the easiest thing to do would be to show you a couple of things. So if I pull up this card here, well, let's set up a new one first. So I'm going to set up a new card. And we're going to do this for my friend David Amerland. And we're going to add his picture in here. Hopefully I have a picture of him. That should be a good picture. Excellent. And like we said, we can put in a bunch of information. Goes here and here, and just keep hitting enter, keep entering stuff. As much as we want, we're going to make him to be a hot lead, so we'll make him red background. Okay? And so at this point, I have his card. You know, it's right there as all the other cards. And if I pull up the card by clicking on it, at this point, as you can see in the top, in the address bar, omnibar here, I have the URL. So I simply select it, hit Control-C to copy it, and it becomes something I can paste anywhere. Also, what I can do is I can grab the little icon to the left of it and move it down to my bookmarks bar. And I'm just going to put it as part of this. Just put it this way here. And I'm going to rename it. So right-click and then edit. And I'm going to call it David. Okay? So now what's happening is if I'm looking at the entire thing, or if I'm looking at something else, it doesn't matter. If I click on David, it'll actually bring up his card to the front. Okay? So we have a link specifically to go to that card. And you just create a simple link onto your bookmarks bar, or you create a bookmark by hitting Control-D and then changing the name. And of course, I can also place it in my Keep CRM folder here by just dragging it here and sticking it wherever I want it to be. So there's David right there at the bottom. So if I go to my strong leads, this comes up, including David because he's one of them. And if I go to David, then just his card comes up. Okay? So to be able to do the other deal, the hot leads thing, to show you how that's done. Let's say I wanted to do a bookmark on, I'll just create one more time. So the way I do hot leads is as you click on the search bar, and I click on the red color there, and that's going to give me everything that's red, right? So now, again, looking at the omnibar, all I have to do is just grab this and drag this icon down to wherever I want to put the bookmark. In my case, I'm going to put it into here, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it right after legend. And notice that it calls it Google Keep, which is not what we want. All of them are going to be called Google Keep. So you want to make sure you rename them after you place them, you create them, you rename them. So you right-click on it, select Edit from the menu, and then the name comes up as Google Keep. You want to change it to be something like Hot Leads for CRM. I'm just going to call it something a little different so you can see that it's different. That's it. So now, if I go and sit in the beginning here, you can see that I have deal here called Hot Leads. So if I go to David, I just have David. If I go to Hot Leads, Strong Leads, it'll be that. And if I go to this new one I created, Hot Leads CRM, is the same thing. So it creates that, no problem at all. Okay, now notice that there's only two of them. Over here it says 3 matching nodes. I just want to make sure you understand why. Again, because you can do things that are both in regular notes view and also archive. There is the third one, there's Paul McCarthy. Okay, so that's as simple as that. And because each of these can have its own URL, so for example, if we go back to David, pull him up, now we have his specific URL. I'm going to copy it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Ben, and I'm going to say that, create another list item. I'm going to say referred by David Amerland, and hit Shift and Enter, so it's on the same line. And I'm going to paste the URL I copied. And I click Done. And that's it. So now whenever I look at whatever I look, it doesn't really matter. But whenever I want to, if I go to Ben's card here, and if I click on this link that I put in for referral, it'll go ahead and bring up David's card in another tab right there. Okay, so now I got a link going directly. It'll bring up David's card. He's the referral for Ben. And of course, I can do the same thing. Let's say that David was that Michelle Obama. Let's do the other way. Let's get Michelle's URL, so we copy that, and we'll make that to be a referral for David. So David, I'm going to put referred by Michelle, and then Shift Enter, paste, Control V for paste, and click Done. That's it. So now when we look at Michelle's card, she's got that stuff. If we look at Ben's card, he's got referred by Michelle. We go to link, and Michelle's card comes up. Yep, you see that? Perfect. So one more time, we go back to our main list, and we got everybody here. We click on, let's say, Ben, and this is referred by David. We click on the link here, go to link, and brings us up to David's card, and says David was referred to by Michelle. So we have a little loop going from one person to the second person and so forth. And that brings up Michelle. As simple as that. Okay, so that's how you do bookmarks. If you have any questions, please contact me. Again, this is Oleg Moskalinsky with Productive Computer Systems. And you can find me on Google+, and you can also leave questions. And with that, that's the addendum. Thank you.